It's a pleasure for me to serve the City of Newark as the Senior Vice President of Business and Development and Entrepreneurship here at NCDC. Before I go on, let me just acknowledge a few of the people that's here in the building today, because I'll be remiss if I didn't say we have Councilwoman McIver here from the Central Ward. Of course, no event would be at NCDC would be what it is if we didn't have Ms. Aisha Glover, for all of her leadership, during that time that she served here. I also want to welcome, I'm sure you guys have heard that we now have a new president and CEO, Mr. Brunell Hall. And of course, this program wouldn't go, they wouldn't run as lens without a great partner, David K-Mite here from the K-Mite Group. So as most of you know, NCDC, we're the primary economic development catalyst for the City of Newark. We are designed to retain, attract, and grow your business. We also enhance minority and economic capacity and build your capacity here in the City of Newark. So one of our mottos is no business is too small for us to deal with. And we also have a real estate department where we spur real estate throughout all of the neighborhoods in the City of Newark. Now, under the leadership of Mayor Raz J. Baraka, who unfortunately will not be able to be here today, he sends his condolences. However, we do have Councilwoman McIver that will step into his place. But under his leadership and support from the Department of Economic Housing and Development over at City Hall, as well as an amazing staff that we have here at NCDC, we have spearheaded, partnered, or assisted in the strengthening of community wealth building in our city through initiatives around economic development to support the local business community. And with the mayor's vision of creating opportunities for its residents, local businesses, to grow that wealth community. And that's what brings us here today. So today, it gives me an honor, because we worked long and hard to get this cohort back up again. It brings me an honor to announce with collaboration, because without collaboration, none of this can happen. We are now about to launch the second cohort of the Contractors Development Initiative. And that deserves that. So this is a program that's designed to assist the Newark, and when I say Newark, I mean Newark. That means you, the Newark MBEs, the Newark WBEs, the DBEs, the veteran-owned businesses, the small businesses. Whatever business you have, this program is designed to help you grow your business, qualify for a bonding, and really take ownership of the revitalization, the beautification that's happening here in the City of Newark. This is a very important program, and so that's why it's such a great honor for me to really be able to announce that today. We have a lot of partnerships from the banks, from the CDFIs, that are really going to make this a more robust program than it was for the first time. We did the first program in 2017. 2 years later, we have a more robust and deeper dive into this program that's really going to grow and enhance your business and help you, Newarkers, really take advantage of the opportunities that's here in Newark. To that end, I would like to bring up David K-Mite of the K-Mite Group. So David, real quick, so let me give you just a little hint about David. So, because it matters who you partner with. And so we really were strategic in who we partner with. So David founded the Minority Business Development Institute, MBDI. And their primary focus is helping minority-owned businesses build their capacity to participate on public works projects. He individually has a unique skill set as well as a team and a proven track record of understanding the challenges that impact the small businesses and guide them towards a sustainable growth and profitability. Let me bring up Mr. David K-Mite.
Hello everyone and welcome. I'm absolutely honored to be here. And first of all, I'd like to, I'm partly here because of Aisha, and I wanted to again thank you for the opportunity to work with you during your duration here. I can't tell you, when we started this thing, I remember sitting back in those rooms and we kept at it how do we design this thing? It's not about us, it's about you guys. And I remember those days, and I think that's partly why the success of the program and why we're here today. So thank you again for your cooperation. Been a great pleasure to work with Q as well. As you know, there's always mechanical things behind the scenes and then the classroom, right? So thank you for helping us. And you mentioned this time around that we're going to see a little bit more cooperation from the local community as well. That is exciting, so exciting to hear. So again, I'm David Kamite. I'm the president of the Kamite Group, which is the contracting entity doing this round as well. Just a little bit of background about myself. We've been around since 2005. One of the key things that we do around the country is run capacity building programs. We have a dear and sincere focus in helping small and minority businesses be in a position to participate on projects, period, whether they be public or private. And I'm so happy to be here to help you understand how to get around, or how we together remove the barriers. This is a great city that's blowing up right now, right? There's so much work and opportunity in Newark that the legislative community has provided opportunities for. We don't want to miss that window. And that's what this is all about. You want to participate, and we want to help you to be in a position to participate. So again, as mentioned, we started with the first round in 2017. We had 15 cohorts in that round, where we had classrooms and one-on-ones specifically for the individuals to work on their specific business. This time around, as Q indicated, it has expanded. We are looking at 30 participants in this case, and it coupled with 2 different segments. We are looking to bring back as many as the original 15 that was there, and right now we have already 7 of them committed to do so. So we're filling the first 15 with another 8 that we're looking for, and then a fresh new 15 as well. So just to make sure, and we'll talk about these particulars after this as well. But in essence, what we're saying is that the group has expanded. More so, as Q indicated, he's coordinating work opportunities with that. So one of the things I wanted to share about the program is that, as we mentioned the word partnership, one of the things that we bring to the table in our programs are the bonding companies that are part of the program as well, right? Because at the end of the day, bonding is one of the barriers, is one of the things that we're looking to get for you guys. And on the onset, we have partner bonding companies that are committed that if you do what you do, they will help to do what they have to do as well. So this is a very big cohesive effort that incorporates a lot of different things. We believe that if you're bondable, then you're bankable, as Hugh mentioned before, right? We've got banks and other financial institutions looking at this to make sure that you have access to the working capital and all the loans that you need to do the job, etc. So it's a very comprehensive look at how we can help you participate before everything dries up. Whether that's 4 years or 5 years from now, I don't know. But right now we know there's plenty of work opportunities in Newark. So I'm very, very delighted and grateful to be here. We will turn the leaf over with you guys. We will help you to do whatever it is that needs to be done. As mentioned before, there's no businesses that are too big, too small rather, right? We've had startups, we will look at startups, and we will help you. We are looking at the community of Newark, and we're looking at businesses that are 50 million and under, whether you're a small business, whether you're an NWBE, or whether you're service disabled, that's what we're looking for. And again, we'll talk about all of the technical aspects of the program after this event, but I'm happy to be here. I'm hoping that you're as excited as we are as well, right, as we go through a new phase, new leadership, and we will help you get to where you want to be. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, David. Well put, and again, after this, we will have a Q&A, an in-depth Q&A as we serve refreshments. But at this time, because the mayor can't attend, thankfully, we have Councilwoman McIver here, who would like to say a few words. So let me, without further ado, introduce Councilwoman McIver.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I always like to feel some good energy in the room. So, of course, I'm Councilwoman LaMonica McIver representing the Central Ward, but I am excited to be here today to represent our mayor who could not make it today. And I'm representing the entire city today. I'm usually always representing my ward, but definitely representing the entire city of Newark. It's a good day. It's an exciting day. We're excited about this. We're excited about bringing opportunities like this to our city. We are in the second cohort of this, and I think that's important to acknowledge. There are some cohort members from the first cohort. If you could stand so we can acknowledge you. Go ahead, don't be shy. No? No? Okay, all right, a couple of people are shy, but I do want to congratulate you guys for, finishing the first cohort successfully and being here now in the second cohort. I think it's very important that we point that out in our city. One thing that we are determined about, the city council as well as our mayor, is making sure that Norkers are first. Making sure that we're supporting local businesses, supporting our Norkers who are here, and we need to promote more opportunities like this so that we have a waiting list of Norkers who want to sign up. I think that to have to go out and find people, and basically beg for them to get to a program like this, we shouldn't be at that place in time, because there are a lot of people here in the city. There are a lot of people here from Newark who are in our city, and we have to be able to promote programs like this so that they come and they take advantage. The key is to take advantage of opportunities like this. And so what I give everybody who's here for this press conference the charge of is letting others know about this opportunity, other Norkers know about this opportunity, so that we can flood the program with Norkers and have a long list to then have our mayor advocate and our city council advocate for more of this. And the only way we get that is when we flood the gates with Norkers for this program. So I'm excited to be here. I want to thank you, Mr. Camillo, the group, the K-Mike group, Aisha Glover, who's here, our former CEO and helm in charge, and Mr. Hall as well, newly here to this role. It's an exciting day, and we're excited about it. And so without further ado, I don't want to say what's already been said a lot, but the city of Newark is definitely behind this, and we are behind this as leaders in our city to move this program forward and have true successes out of it. So thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman McIver. I just want to piggyback off something she mentioned. Because she said, let other Norkers know, let other local business owners know. And so from time to time, we may get into a situation where we think, it's limited opportunity and we want to keep the opportunity for ourselves. There's over $4.7 billion worth of development in the area. Let everyone know. There's enough for everyone to eat. There's enough for everyone to get a piece of the pie. And think about it like this. As you let others know and they come on, we build the city of Newark. That's what the goal is. The goal is to build the city of Newark, because as you grow, as they grow, we hire Norkers and we get Norkers employed. And that's really one of the key main goals of what this program is about. And so earlier I talked about, this amazing team, and I stand firm on that, because literally as I was sitting down, I left out one of the main reasons why this program was able to move on to the second cohort, and that's the Living Cities City Accelerator Grant. So I would like to thank them. There was a grant that under Aisha's leadership that we applied for, and we received the grant, so that allowed us some of the money to pay for this program, so that you, the local North businesses, do not have to come out your pocket for any of this. And we provide this at your pleasure for the sole purpose of growing your business to grow the city of North business. So for that, thank you. I'll leave this open for questions. If there's any I can answer, or I have a great team here that can help me. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. What is the process that new startup business, what criteria do they need in order to be a part of the CDC?
So part of the CDI
Yes.
contractors. So typically, the program looks for 3 years in business, a certain amount of revenue, and so when we talk about the startup, I would think it would really depend on your independent business and where you are in your startup process. But that's something we can definitely talk about and customize for you to help you take advantage of. What could potentially be the outer core, what we call the addition 15, to bring them on up to another level. Yes, sir.
How you doing? I'm John Sanchez, for anybody who don't know, president of the Essex County Latino American Chamber of Commerce. And one of the issues that our chamber is always addressing, time after time, and I'm glad that Councilwoman is here, so she can listen to my complaint that I've been dealing with this issues for about over 30 years. And I know I sound like a broken record, but one of the things that bother me is coming to the city of Newark. I don't live in the city of Newark, but my business is in the area. And it's funny that I had hired a paving company to do my paving, and one day I'm coming down Route 80, and the person that I did business with gets off at First Street, and then I meet him in town, and I asked him, "What are you doing in Newark?" He said, "I got a paving contract." I said, "You have a paving contract?" I said, "Here we are, I have a woman-owned business who has a paving company in the area. She doesn't get the opportunity. And these are the issues that I bring up many times." Okay, and then they tell me we have an affirmative action program. The city of Newark has an affirmative action program. Mr. Mohammed, who's, we know each other very well. Again, that program and that affirmative action doesn't have no teeth. This gentleman does a hell of a great job, Mr. Mohammed, but he has no staff. He has no enforcement. Okay, he's got very little enforcement. And what I have mentioned many times before is that I go around the city and I see all this construction going on, and then when I look down at the construction sites, what I see license plate from New York, license plate from Connecticut, license plate from Pennsylvania, and then when I look inside the construction, what I see is the laborers. Yes, the laborers do look like me, but the guys wearing the white hats and the guys who are doing the major contracts don't look like me. So this is my issue, and this is what I'd like to address in the name of our Latino Chamber of Commerce.
Appreciate that, definitely appreciate that. But that's another reason why one of these programs exist, and that's why we're here today, so that you can begin to see Jersey license plates, and you begin to see on a higher level people that look like us. So that's, that reiterates why this program is so valuable to the city. Patient.
Can I also respond to his, is that all right, that permission? So the city itself, even though they've made a tremendous push for the private sector, corporations, and anchor institutions to increase their local procurement, the city itself started to reflect back on its own procurement practices. So in 2014, that was at 3%. So to your point, very valid and backed up by data. Last year, we closed out the year at 30%. So the city is doubling down on its own efforts to make sure that it's hiring local contractors at the same time that we're very purposefully feeding that pipeline to make sure that people are able to respond to opportunities that the city has once they're open. So we're not fully there yet, but to be able to go from less than 5% to 30% is huge.
Good.
And I think, just to add, thank you, Aisha, for that, jump right into that, but the Affirmative Action Office works with every major developer in our city, literally every day. I'm going to make sure that we have local contractors, local workers, local unions working on those projects. I think sometimes when people are like driving by, they get out and they see, it's automatically assumed that local people are not working on the projects, but they are. They are. I just want to point that out and be very clear. I know that was said on the record, but they are working on the project. But we get that a lot. People drive by, they see, oh, I don't see anybody that, I know from Newark. Like, no, they're there. You might not necessarily know them, but they're there. So I just want to be clear about that.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you, Councilwoman. Yes, sir.
Is there data on just how many contractors, work-based contractors there are presently? And is there a target for how many you'd like to have in this cohort?
So for this cohort, we're gonna have a target of 30 contracts. 15 will receive that second level type of capacity building, and we wanna also bring in another additional 15 on another level so that we can continue to create a pipeline. This is a program that we wanna do annually, and so we wanna make sure we have a really robust pipeline. And then also a list on all of the contractors that kind of exist. The list kind of sits within Office of Affirmative Action, Economic Housing Development with Carmelo Garcia, as well as here in CDC. So we have a very comprehensive list that kind of involves the three organizations, three departments.
Do you have any idea how many there are in North?
Oh, I can't give you a specific number, but there's a pretty robust amount of contractors in the city. Anything else? So again, we will have an in-depth Q&A presentation with David K. Mike in the back while we serve refreshments, so that we will get more into the meat of the program. And I'm sure that's what you guys are here for, to really understand what this program is, how it can benefit you, and where you can take your business with this program. So refreshments are in the other room over there, and then as we kind of talk and kind of gravitate to the back so we can really get into the meat of the program. And again, thank you for all attending, and I look forward to having your businesses work in the city.